Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today I'd like to talk a little bit associated with the medicinal aspects of recording short funk. For a period of time, due to excessive work and not a lot of sleep, and more work and not a lot of sleep, I lost certain abilities associated with my speech. This was a genuinely difficult time, and truth be told, it still recurs occasionally. To people that I speak to on a regular basis, they may have noticed slight stammers, slight word misuse, and in the case of my wife, she has exclaimed frequently that I have lost my eloquence that I once held onto. My broad concern is that I can't really afford to lose my language ability for any extended period of time, and the benefit with short funks is that I have an opportunity to stop and restart the recording. I do this quite frequently. Every short funk recording typically has between 3 and in some cases 10 restarts and re-records. So if you feel that the short funk recording is slightly choppy, that sometimes I come back with different tonality, if it appears that there are heavy edits in certain circumstances, this in large part is due to the fact that I lose my eloquency at various points in the recording. What I found particularly curious is that I'm now actively making up words when I talk. I'm combining sentences, I'm combining words, I'm creating words that are just plain made up but sound like real words. It's very curious to be in this condition because it indicates to me quite strongly that I am incredibly sleep deprived, and I've tried periodically to regain certain elements of sleep. Slowly but surely, I'm having reasonable night's sleep once again, and slowly but surely my language appears to be returning. However, I am concerned that there may be long-term effects with this loss of language, and it may just be a constant going forward. I'm anticipating that I will need days of good sleep in a row in order to get my language abilities back to what they were prior to this period of time. And my secondary concern is that this period of time will not be unique, that there may be times in the future where I have to work like I've worked recently. And through those periods, maybe I will lose my podcasting ability. Certainly part of the stopping of Stone Ape, which occurred from when I left Las Vegas till maybe a year or so into my time at Netflix, part of that reason was that I didn't have sufficient eloquence to actually engage realistically with Heron Stone, and I was very mindful that my language abilities had dropped off. There have been various points of time in my life where I've lost my humour, where I've lost some of my good nature. This is also easily attributed to sleep deprivation, but also occasionally attributed to environmental stresses as well. Going forward, I'm going to have to be very careful not to get into these states in the future, in particular because I have to record short funks, as I now seem to record 3 at most a session, maybe 4 if I'm incredibly lucky. You may notice that I went back and released some of the recordings that I thought I wouldn't release with some basic edits and a little cleanup. And my hope is going forward that I'll be able to resurrect some of the short funks that didn't quite come out right because my language wasn't quite there. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.